also strange to me seeing children calling their parents by their name. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing great wherever you are. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber. I base here in Italy. I create content around lifestyle, and today is a sit-down video. Please consider to subscribe to this channel. If you love what you see here, if you like what you see, consider subscribing. Press that red button, press it, put it into all so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. So today's video is all about things I wish someone told me about before I move abroad, or before you move abroad, or before coming to abroad. How I wish I have known all these things before coming to abroad. So one of them is job. As you all know, I live in Italy. I create content around my lifestyle here in Italy. One major challenge of living in Italy is getting a job. How I wish someone has told me before coming here that finding a job here is going to be very, very difficult. It is so difficult. I even have a video in my channel where I talked about getting a job in Italy, finding a job in Italy, how difficult it is, but it is not impossible. You can still get a job, but it is difficult. It is hard, but you know, to survive is not really easy in Italy. Finding a job, even the Italians, it is difficult. How much more you that is a foreigner coming to their country. I'll leave the link of that video in the description box. Do want to check on that video so you can see some stuff, how difficult it is to get a job in Italy, you know. And number two thing I wish I knew that someone told me about before coming to Italy, or I wish I knew, is the language. And in Italy they speak mainly Italian language. So you moving down from any part of Africa or any part of the world coming to Italy, just put it in your mind that you're going to have problem with the language, because the Italians, they don't speak English. They don't speak English at all. It's just a few of them that understand English, but majority of them don't speak English. So you're going to find it difficult, and that's also interrelate with the job. If you don't know the language, you will not be able to get a job because you cannot communicate. So for you to get a job, you have to learn how to speak the language. So speaking that language, you need to go to school, and going to school to learn the language, put it in mind that that language, you're not going to learn it in one day. In fact, you're not also going to learn it in 1 year, because even if you learn the basic of the language in a month or two, but to communicate, you will still find it difficult. In my own experience, I went to the language school. When learning that language, in my mind I have already known it, but I cannot communicate. I cannot say it. This took me years to be able to communicate fluently in Italian language. So for you to communicate fluently in Italian language is going to take you years. So just put it in mind, bear it in mind that when you're moving to Italy, when you're coming to abroad, any country that is not speaking English, if you're coming from an English speaking country, just put it in mind, bear it in mind that you're going to learn the language for you to be able to communicate, for you to be able to get a job. So number two is language. How I wish I knew that it's going to be that difficult, but right now it is easy for me because I have stayed here over the years, went to school, and now I can communicate fluently in Italian language. My number 3 point is school, the teachers, the school here in Italy. How I wish someone told me that when I'm coming to this country, that going to school, that the kids here don't wear school uniform. So just bear it in mind. If you're coming to Italy, just put it in your mind, or at the back of your mind, that your children are not going to be going to school with school uniform, or they are going to go to school with normal clothes, mufti, normal clothes. And here in Italy they don't also flog the children, they don't beat children. Unlike where I'm coming from, they will beat our teacher. I can remember that time when I was small, our teacher, hey, Akene, it's very, very long. You'll be sitting here and she's in front of you. Akene will meet you wherever you are. When she will give you why like this, you know. Here they don't flog children, they don't beat children. That is one thing I like about them. They talk to the children, and when they communicate with these children, the children understand. And that doesn't mean that the children misbehave. But we Africa, where I'm coming from, they flog us. That's how we were brought. They will beat you. But I think sometimes putting everything together. You can still be the child, not, but here in Italy, just put it in your mind that they don't beat children, they don't flog them the way we do in Africa. So if you're coming to Italy, if you're moving abroad, I also know also in every part of abroad that they don't beat children here, because this is a civilized world. So just put it at the back of your mind that when moving to Italy, the schools don't wear school uniform. Get it in your head that you're going to spend money buying clothes, so you buy clothes, because that brings me to another point, which is number 4, the weather. You will be buying clothes because there's change of weather here. They have winter, we have summer, we have spring, and we have inverno, which is the cold. Here in Italy, they have 4 weather. So just put it at the back of your mind that as you are coming here, you're going to be spending money to buy clothes, because as the weather change, you're going to buy the clothes that will suit that child to go to school with that weather, that particular weather. So that's my number 4 point, the weather. I wish I knew about this before coming that. So this brings me to my number 5 point, which is culture. You know, culture differs. It differs in every nation, in every country. We all have different culture, different home training, different background, different way of bringing our kids up. But here in Italy, I found out that or rather I would say, I didn't know this thing before moving here. Okay, so it was also strange to me seeing children calling their parents by their name. Here in Italy, they call their parents, they also call their teachers by their name. You know, in back home in Nigeria, you cannot call your teacher by the name, or if you want to call your teacher auntie, sister. That is what we normally do in Africa. But here in Italy, the children call their teacher by their name. You can call your teacher, if your teacher name is Anna, for example, you call your teacher Anna. Where is Anna? Anna, come here, blah, blah, blah. And that is how they also call their parents by their name. They call their parents. In fact, when my son was in primary school, I can remember when his daddy went to pick him, and he came home and he was telling me that, you cannot believe what happened today. That when he went to pick Nikki in school, that Daniela was now calling him Tonto, and he was like, which one is Tonto? You know, his name is Tony, and that's my son's friend was calling him Anto. Yes, Anto, not Tonto, Anto. So he was like, now why is speaking with a fear? What should I call it? Call my name? So that's when we now got to we started talking about it, and when I like, and even sometimes, in fact, it was also strange to me for my son to call me by my name. Even there was one there was one time like that we went somewhere and I pressed the bell and the person asked me, yes, in Italy they will say Kie, and they said Kie, like who is there, who is at the door, like that. And I said Mama Nikki, and my son said, Mommy, don't you know your name? I said it was so funny to me, and I was like, oh no. And that's how we do now, Mama Nikki and Mama Nikki. So no, he was like, no, your name is Rachel. As you press the bell, she said, Rachel is. In fact, it took me some time to like get used to it. When I now gave birth to Emmanuel, and Emmanuel started calling me once in a while by my name. I'm like, Emmanuel, call me mommy. Don't call me my name, you know. But later, I got used to it, you know. As the time goes on, I come to realize that that is how it is here. It became a reality that children are used to calling their parents by their name. And also I had the opportunity even to work in the school, and in the school I can see that sometimes these teachers also ask the children questions like, what's your parents' name? Tell me the name of your father, the name of your mother. And some children, most especially African children, some of them don't even know their parents' name, you know. But I wish at home they call you by name, or you would have been telling them like that, something like that. It won't be strange when they get to school and their teachers are asking them what's the name of your parent, and they'll be able to answer because they have known your name. So that's one culture stuff or culture shock or background that I get to know here in Italy, that the children are so used to calling their parents by their name. And these children also scold. They can scold their parents. In Africa, you cannot scold your parents. So if your parent is talking, you cannot talk back at your parents, or else they will beat you, punish you. But here in Italy, the children are bold enough to talk back at their parents, and they are bold enough to tell their parents that this thing you say to me is wrong, this thing you're doing is wrong, don't do this to me. They are so bold and confident. They have enough confidence to do all these things. But back home, where I'm coming from, even if we have the confidence, we cannot even do that because we will be afraid that our parents are going to beat us. Let me know in the comment section if you undergo something like this. If you are living in any part of abroad and you experience something like this, you see children calling their parents by their name, and you also experience such thing in Africa. You cannot call your own parent by name and you know that they're going to beat and punish you. You can also not be free to like say things the way they are, have that confidence, have that bold. Here in Italy, I found out that the children are very, very confident. They are very, very bold. They say things the way it is. So this brings me to my number 6 point. My number 6 point is food. I cannot talk about some things somebody did not tell me before coming here, or something someone would have told me before coming to Italy. I've never knew that they have different food that they eat here. Most especially, number 1 is pizza. I could remember vividly when I came here newly, my husband took me to a restaurant with my son. I did not eat the food. I could not eat it at all. My husband ended up eating that food himself so that his money will not waste. So one thing in Italy is that they love pasta. They don't play with pasta at all. In fact, it affects my son. My son Emmanuel, his best food is pasta. You can give Emmanuel pasta in the morning, afternoon, evening. He does not have a problem with it. You can also give him pizza morning, afternoon, evening, and you'll be very, very happy. So they don't play with pasta, they don't play with pizza, they also don't play with latte. That is the fresh milk. Emmanuel also don't play with that. These things are what they love to eat in Italy. But right now, I can find out that I can now eat most of their food, unlike before I couldn't eat their food. You know, it's going to take you time if you're moving from any part of the country to come to Italy. Just know it at the back of your mind that you the last thing I'm going to talk about, which is my point number 7 before I round it up, is residence. Just know it at the back of your mind. If you are coming with visa and your visa expires, and you don't want, I don't know how to put this, if you come with visa, just come legally, okay? Don't come illegal. But if you come legally and you came with your visa and your visa expires, there are ways that you can go about it to get your document so that you can have a permanent residence here. Let me know if in the comment section if you want me to talk about this in my next video. Also, to get a residence here, to get a as an apartment, residence apart, how will I put it, to get a house here in Italy is another thing that is very, very difficult. It is also difficult to find a house. Number 1, for you to get a house, you need to get a job, you need to get documents, and all these things put together. Then you start looking for the house. You start looking for the house through an agent, but it's very, very difficult for as a foreigner to get an apartment here in Italy right now, because most landlords don't want to give out their houses, because when they give out their houses they find out that people don't pay and all that stuff, you know. But it is difficult. Even when we were not up to this stage of landlord not giving us, it has always been difficult. I can remember my first experience to get a house here. It was also difficult. Even the job I had back then, the landlord was like, that's my job, is not enough for me to get to as in, it's not enough for him to give me that house. He calculated so many things, and I ended up getting that house because I had some money in my bank account. So I had to take him to my bank and put like 3,000 euro, that I'm not going to touch that money. That's what he said though. That 3,000 euro will be in that account, so anytime I don't pay him, he'll go and take from it. So the bank has to stand another surety for me and put that money aside. I can't remember what they call that money. It's different from the extra money I even paid him, because you have to pay him 3 months ahead apart from 1 month. So you end up paying 4 months house rent for you to get that house. And also I had to put 3,000 euro in the bank, not touching it before. So guys, these are my experience and how I wish I knew. I wish someone told me all these things before moving to Italy. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you've watched up to this point, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see my next one. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Also, do not forget to subscribe. See my next one. Signing out from here. Bye bye.